My name is Saki Namba. It's my pleasure to meet all of you. I'll be doing my studies alongside you from now on, so I hope we can get along with one another. I look forward to being able to get to know you more deeply.
I, Tetsuya Shido, had a transfer student join my class. Her beauty was such that everyone she passed couldn't help but turn their heads. She had such a gentle smile on her face as she stood in front of the whole class, just like you'd imagine a saint would. I can't imagine anyone not falling in love with her.
You're going to sit beside Shido, the guy who's staring blankly at us right now.
There's currently an empty seat next to me. This will probably be Namba's seat from now on.
Shido, Tetsuya!
Huh?
What? Why the hell is she waving at Tetsuya?
But if she knows his name, don't tell me the two of them are friends!
I suppose you could call us that. We're actually exes.
Huh?
I'm Tetsuya's ex-girlfriend.
Huh?
Is this true, Tetsuya?
No, it's not!
Well, maybe Tetsuya has forgotten about me by now.
What on earth does she think she's saying?
What she said made it impossible for me to deny her claim. If I deny it and I say that I don't know what she's talking about, I'll just be that ultimate jerk that threw his ex-girlfriend to the back of his mind the moment they broke up.
That's enough. Just take your seat for now, Namba. I know you all have questions to ask, but do it during break time. If you're too noisy, I'm going to get scolded by all your other teachers.
It's my fault. Suddenly seeing him after so long, I'm afraid I got a little overexcited. Let's get along well, Tetsuya.
Sure. What if I don't want to? I did find her attractive at first, but that doesn't mean I resent the whole mess that she created for me. I wonder what will become of my high school life in the future. During class, here, Namba.
Huh?
While the teacher's back was turned, I passed her a folded piece of paper. Can I talk alone with you during lunch break? I would like to know the true meaning behind your actions today. After she read my letter, she passed one back to me in the same way.
Of course. When we have lunch break, I'll take my lunchbox along with me to meet you. Where should we have this meeting?
As an answer to her question, I simply wrote back, on the rooftop. When lunch break came, sorry to call you out like this, but if I don't do this, I'll never be able to get you alone.
Don't worry, I understand.
Great, thank you. If you don't mind, I'm gonna get straight into it.
Shall we eat while we talk? We both brought our lunches along after all.
You have a point. So, why did you say that you were my ex-girlfriend? Even though the fact that you knew my name means that we've at least met somewhere before, but I don't recognize you at all. It's not that I don't remember you, it's that I really have zero memory of you. Someone like you, I'd remember if I'd seen you before.
You're not wrong. Saying that we haven't met before is true, in a way. But saying that we've met before is also not true.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's not unreasonable for you to think that you don't know me. At the same time, it's also possible for me to know you.
What is this girl saying? Can you tell it to me in a more easily understandable way?
It's so fun if I give too much away.
But I mean, your fun is causing me a hell of a lot of trouble. Frankly, it's more annoying than anything to me.
Then, can you please answer one question? Have you ever had a girlfriend in the past?
No, I haven't.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, no girlfriend. It's true that I haven't had a girlfriend before, I'm just naturally bad at talking to girls, and I've never really been involved with any girls in a significant way.
I see. So, it was just a game to you then.
What was? What game is she talking about?
The fact that you suddenly disappeared without a trace. Was it because you didn't take our relationship seriously from the beginning?
I have no idea what she's trying to say, but from her expression I saw how angry she was. That was what told me that she wasn't just pulling my leg. Do I really know her from somewhere? But disappeared without a trace? I never moved houses or anything like that. I really don't get what you're trying to say. We've never met before, right?
Not in real life, no.
Real life? I finally understood what she was saying. I did indeed have a girlfriend a long time ago. Let's see, it was during my middle school years from my first year to around middle school of my third year. At that time, I was a gaming addict. For the purpose of raising my overall stats, I became an in-game couple with a friend who I was on pretty good terms with. But that was, well, I only got together with her for the stats. Could you be Hime?
Yes, I am. I see you finally remembered.
Finally remembered? I thought I'd never meet you in the real life. And we might have been a couple in the game, but that was only because I wanted to raise my stats.
You were the one who asked me to be your girlfriend, and you made no mention of stats or anything else. That's why, at least in my mind, we were actually dating.
Was that what happened?
It was! Even the members of the guild we belonged to all said that we seemed like a real couple.
Now that I think about it, we were teased by our guild members all the time. But if they said you guys seemed just like a real couple, then they should have known that we weren't actually dating. It's just that back then, the couple feature had just been added to the game and there were lots of people becoming couples solely to up their stats. Maybe that's why I didn't bring up the stat thing when I asked Hime to become a couple with me, because I thought she would just know.
Huh? So she thought that we were dating the whole time?
You gave me the shock of my life, you know. You told me that you were gonna quit the game. And when I asked you what happened to us, you told me that I could just find another partner to couple with.
I quit the game because my exams were coming up and my parents forbid me from playing.
And about the couple thing, I agree that what I said was rude. I'm sorry.
I didn't think that such a big misunderstanding could come out of a game, but it was my fault for not being more clear about my intentions when asking her to become a couple with me. If she was hurt because of my actions, it's only right for me to apologize to her.
I should be saying sorry too. The truth is, it's normal that you wouldn't recognize me. I understand that I was being unreasonable.
Namba?
But you're my first love. Even though I never saw your face, I fell in love with your personality. That's why I was really happy when you asked to be a couple with me. And I wanted to continue being together for as long as possible, even if it was only in a game.
I see. Sorry.
For that reason, in order to meet you in person and talk to you directly, I used all the connections and money I had to track you down.
Wait, what?
Although I finally managed to convince my father to let me transfer schools, when I heard that you're bad at talking to girls, I thought you might just end up avoiding me like every other girl. In that case, even if I created a little bit of a troubling situation for you, I came up with the idea of saying I was your ex-girlfriend in front of everyone. So you'd have no choice but to approach me yourself. You were the one who dumped me after all, so what I was doing is just payback. At least that's how I justified it to myself.
That's right. I only just realized when she said it. I never gave her any hint of my actual face or my real name in the game, so how did she find me? According to what she told me, she probably investigated me using the extensive power of money. But a normal person wouldn't be able to do something like this. She's most likely the daughter of a rich family or something, and the fact that she went as far as tracking down a partner that she had only met in-game, and being so set on finding me that she actually transferred schools. On top of that, that little glimpse into her obsessive stalker dark side seems like I've gotten myself involved with a pretty troublesome girl. So anyway, what do you want me to do?
Huh? That's,
Why aren't you saying anything?
I want to get back together with you.
I see, so that's what she's after. It sort of looked to me like she felt a bit bitter over what I did and was just looking for some kind of a compensation or something. But to think that she wants to get back together... I'm sorry, but I can't. To tell the truth, I'd normally jump on a chance like this if I was asked out by such a pretty and fragile-looking girl, but I don't feel like I'd be able to handle her. I can't be too complacent. I'm only a normal guy after all.
Why not? Which part of me do you not like? Please tell me, I'll fix it.
That's not... I
really do like you, Tetsuya. I'll put in the effort to make you like me too, if you just tell me how.
This girl, she's a troublesome one for real. The thing is, even if we've known each other for a long time in the game, the fact is that this is the first time we're seeing each other in real life, right? Isn't it a little too much to expect us to just suddenly start dating? We should at least get to know each other better first.
Get to know each other better. I see.
Phew, oh my god, did that do the trick?
I understand now. It's just as you said, Tetsuya. I'll do my best so that you fall in love with me. Now then, I'll be returning to my classroom.
Okay. That was easier than I thought. Recalling the darkness that I'd seen from earlier on, I felt a little off about how easily she'd withdrawn. But she's also a pretty honest girl too, so maybe I just got through to her? At least that was my hope.
I'm Saki Nanba, and I'll be in your care from now on. It's good to see you again.
For some reason, she came over to my house, and what she said, don't tell me she's planning to stay here. What's going on, Namba?
In order for you to get to know me better, I thought the best thing to do would be to live together for a while. When I made the request to your mother, she readily agreed.
Seriously, Mom?
I mean, she's adorable, and she seems like a good girl. There's no reason to refuse, right?
You're kidding me. She got an in with my mother to get to me?
You'll be staying in the same room as Tetsuya, okay?
Wait, you can't be serious!
This is Saki's request. I already talked to her parents on the phone, and they said it's fine as long as she's responsible about it.
This is weird. Why is everyone around me an enemy?
It's all right, Tetsuya. I won't do a thing until I have your acceptance.
Really? I don't trust her even a little bit. As if it's not enough that she looked me up and transferred to my school, she also laid a trap for me in the form of my own mom. I won't be surprised by anything she does at this point. For now, I showed her to my room.
So this is Tetsuya's room. I'm in awe.
She was just as excited as I was worried. Are you sure you want to stay in my room?
Of course, and we're gonna sleep together too.
She's acting like we're already dating! Are you sure you've thought this through?
For someone like you, the most effective thing to do is to progress quickly and consistently. That's what my personal maid told me, and I also thought that it would be the best way to help you get to know me better.
So that maid is the real mastermind. For better or for worse, Namba's personality is pure and naive. That's why whatever the people around her say, she believes them wholeheartedly. I was worried that she'd easily be tricked by people with not so good intentions. No, that maid might already be leading her by the nose. But now that she's staying with me...
Do you want to play games together, Tetsuya?
We originally managed to hit it off because we had common interests, and we always had fun talking to each other as well.
You're being mean.
All's fair in love and war.
If that's how it's going to be, take this.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm petting you.
Now you're the one being mean.
I'm just giving you some tender love and cares. What's so mean about that?
In this way, I actually was enjoying my time with her, and even though I complain a whole lot, I have to admit that she's really cute. Her smug expression shows how honest she is, but I find that cute too. But staying with her comes with its own set of troubles.
Tetsuya, say ah.
I said I would do it myself.
But I want to feed you.
She keeps feeding me food in front of my mom.
Good night.
Do you think you can stop hugging my arm to your chest? My heart's beating so fast I can't even fall asleep.
It's just once in a while.
But you do this every night. And she clings to me when we go to bed every night. My heart rate probably hasn't slowed down this entire time. As I got used to spending my days like this, that's it, I give up. I finally realized that I was fighting a losing battle.
Huh? Were we playing some kind of game?
Although the person in question didn't even register her own victory. I've been defeated by your passion, okay? I've fallen in love with you too, I guess.
Really?
I wouldn't joke about this.
So you're serious?
Yeah, I want to go out with you.
I'm so happy. I've dreamed about this for so long.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
I don't mind. You chose me in the end after all.
There's actually been no signs of Saki's obsessive tendencies lately. It's most likely that they go dormant when I show genuine interest in her, so I have no need to be scared anymore. As for what happened when we finally started dating...
Wrong again! Didn't I teach you this yesterday?
Sorry!
Do your best, Tetsuya!
In order to become worthy of taking over the Namba conglomerate, I had to undergo rigorous training from Saki's personal maid. Somehow, with the support of my adorable girlfriend, I've been managing to hang in there, but man, that maid's a real monster. Your maid, are you sure she doesn't hate me for taking you away from her?
She's just being stricter with you now, so you don't suffer in the future. But if you can't handle it, I can speak to her for you.
No, it's fine. I have to work hard now so I can give you an easy life down the road.
Tetsuya, thank you.
No matter how difficult it is, if it means that Saki will always be happy and carefree, then I have no choice but to do it. For the sake of my cute girlfriend, I steeled myself to endure more of that monster's torturous lessons. Screw you, maid.
Phew! We did it, Kaede!
Wow, Soma, you're amazing.
My childhood friend, Kaede, and I buried a time capsule together. It kind of feels like our little secret, and it makes me excited. In the future, when we get older, we're gonna open it together. Alright, Kaede, is there anything else you want to put in there?
Soma, you can't forget this. We wrote it together yesterday.
What's that again?
Come on. Marriage certificate. When we get older, I'm going to marry you, Soma. Then we get to be together forever.
But even without that, we're gonna be friends forever anyway, you know? That's so weird of Kaede. We're best friends, so we're obviously gonna be together forever.
Hey, come on. When we get bigger, we take out this paperwork. We're going to be way more together than just friends.
I didn't know that. I kind of feel like I'm being tricked. But I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you can't have any doubts about it, Soma. That's what it is. And Mom and Dad are also excited for us, too.
Yeah, alright. Well then, let's bury it now.
Yeah.
So our memories were buried deep into the ground. And someday, we were gonna open our time capsules together. And I couldn't wait for that day to come. My name is Soma Takamiya. I'm 23 years old in my second year of work. I found myself caught by a really toxic company, and I'm currently on 18 days of work in a row and counting. I'm an elite corporate slave. Today was another day of working from morning until night, and I was getting home exhausted as usual. I have no energy to cook for myself, so the convenience store is my unbeatable best friend that's always there for me. And for that best friend of mine, I pay 3 pennies every single day for the convenience store plastic bags. Tomorrow is finally my day off. But on my days off, I'm usually so tired that all I do is sleep. And then it's over. Back when I was a student, I was just a loser. But nowadays, I actually feel defeated. That reminds me, quite a while ago, I got an invitation for the high school reunion, but I was so busy with work that I wasn't able to go in the end. Well, nobody would have been happy to see me anyway, since I didn't have that many friends. I slept well for once. Shoot! How's it already so late? Lately, no matter how much I sleep, I feel like I can't get rid of my exhaustion at all. I wonder if I had anything in the fridge. When I checked my mailbox, there was a massive pile of mail forcefully stuffed into it. What a chore. I should really probably clean this up. I haven't checked it properly, and it's piling up way too much. Let me see. Collection of network fees? I don't even have a TV at home. The receipt for the water bill? An ad for a moving company? What? Gonna start construction the day after tomorrow? Come on, please spare me the noise. What's this? A letter for confirmation of person? Did I submit something recently? Who knows? I guess I should check it just in case. Huh? We've accepted your marriage certificate? If I had a wife, I wouldn't be living such a lonely life, though. This has to be a scam, right? What do they mean marriage, when I don't even have time to go look for a girlfriend, much less have one? Wait a minute. Maybe I have a stalker, and they faked the documents without me knowing. In that case, can that stalker just be my girlfriend then? Well, whatever. I'm totally fine with horror anyway. This apartment is also super cheap because there was an accident here before. But I'm always just sleeping here, so I haven't heard any noises. But also, how stupid that I would be getting married to begin with. Lily would definitely laugh at me. Oh, please, it has to be some kind of mistake. But that reminds me. I wonder how she's doing. From the day I was born, I've never even liked a girl before. Sorry, I lied. There actually was someone I loved. It's embarrassing to say this as an adult, but to this day, I still think about my first love. My childhood friend, Kaede Shinohara. She was my very first crush. On this year, for my birthday, I think I'll finally ask Kaede out.
You really shouldn't. You should really know your place. Kaede is bright and beautiful, and for a stupid loser like you, you're no match.
Hey, shut up! We're childhood friends. We've known each other forever.
So what? You really believe in fairy tales like that, where childhood friends end up together? This isn't a romance marriage from your favorite website. You've been getting way too influenced.
Even as my little sister, you think so, Lily?
Hey, don't get so depressed. You're making it seem like I said something mean and made you cry. I was just telling the truth.
That's even more hurtful. Lately, I don't even talk to Kaede that much. Even when I message her, she doesn't reply for a long time.
You need to wake up already. You really don't stand a chance. There's no question about it. As your sister, I'm telling you, it's over.
But if we just graduate like this, I'm gonna be pulled apart from Kaede, you know?
Then you should just go and get rejected now and you can find your next crush in college. Maybe there might be someone better waiting for you there too. If anything, you have a very, very cute little sister, you know? It's a very rare thing, you know?
Thanks for cheering me up, Lily. By the way, I can see your underwear.
This is exactly why none of the girls like you.
Ah! 30 minutes later.
But also, Kaede is kind of awful too. I really think you should forget about it, Soma. There's no way she doesn't know how you feel already. But even still, all these years she leads you on and then suddenly she becomes cold and ignores you? That's not nice from any girl.
Everybody likes Kaede, so I really don't think that she of all people would...
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I really like Kaede.
Lily! In the end, I wasn't able to ask her out on my birthday. Apparently she had plans. A few days later, I got a present, but I felt really unsettled inside. After that, I tried many times to find an opportunity to tell Kaede how I felt. But Kaede was popular, and she was always surrounded by many people, and it seemed like she had completely forgotten about my existence in general. Today was Christmas. Apparently, Kaede was going to have a Christmas party with her classmates tonight. Of course I wasn't invited. When we were little, we were always together. But nowadays, even on our birthdays and on Christmas, Kaede and I are separate. I desperately begged her to meet, and I was finally able to get a little bit of time. I knew this was hopeless, and this was probably my last chance. Kaede, I like you. Will you please go out with me?
Huh? What are you saying? I can't believe this. After all this time, why would you say something so stupid now? I'm really busy.
After all this time? Yeah, you're right, of course. I'm sorry.
Is that all you wanted to talk about? Bye.
And just like that, my first crush was destroyed. Ever since we entered high school, Kaede became more and more cold towards me. I didn't know what the reason was that she started hating me, but it probably wasn't just one reason. There must have been a few. And those added up and resulted in this. All I could do was accept it. That's because I'm a childhood friend who was no match for Kaede. I guess I'll just buy a cake and bring it back for Lily. I could sense my feelings for Kaede evaporating almost immediately. We were no longer childhood friends either. We were going to graduate from here, and we were going to go down our separate paths. I pulled out my phone and quietly erased Kaede's contact info. Who's that person? Is she waiting for someone in the rain? In front of my apartment, I saw an unfamiliar person. I thought it was suspicious, but I chose not to worry about it. I didn't have it in me to worry about others right now.
Soma? You're Soma, aren't you?
And who are you?
It's me, Kaede. Kaede Shinohara, your childhood friend? Soma, wait, no. I'm going to be your wife now.
Kaede?
Soma, I am sorry. Oh, I got so glad I got to see you.
What on earth is going on?
Because when I thought that maybe you might be sick or you were unwell,
What the hell? You're such a pain! What is this? Alright, I didn't see anything. It was probably just a ghost that my exhaustion was showing me.
I'm real.
Now I can even hear the spirits. But I've never been very spiritual to begin with.
I know that though.
Shut up! So let's say you are Kaede. What are you doing here?
Finally, I found you, Soma.
You showed up out of nowhere. What's the matter all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. I really wanted to dress up a little bit more, but that's not even important anymore. I'm so glad that I was finally able to see you again. If I couldn't, I
What do you want from me? Are you going to ask to borrow money or something? I don't even have time to spend it, so money's pretty much all I have. But if there's something you need, then hurry up and tell me and leave. I said that much. And then for the first time, I looked up properly at Kaede. Hey, what happened to you? Back then she used to be so bright and beautiful, but now she looked just as worn down as me. She looked like she was working around the clock every day, and that she was exhausted to the edge. Anyway, just come in. We can talk inside.
I'm sorry for causing trouble.
Well then, she should have messaged me in advance, I thought. But then I realized that I had changed my cell phone number, and I'd only told my family and my best friends my new number. Here, you better not catch a cold.
Thanks. You're just as nice as you used to be, Soma.
That's weird. So you're not really Kaede, are you? Spit out the truth. You're trying to use Kaede's name, and you're trying to trick me, aren't you? Are you one of those so-called sugar babies that tries to seduce me and then take all of my money? Why don't you tell me Kaede's birthday?
November 3rd.
Huh. I don't even remember if that's correct or not.
Yeah, of course not. I'm sorry.
My bad. That was just mean. I guess I've turned into an irritating person, too. Of course I remember.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I know that I was really terrible to you all those years.
It's not like that was your fault. But can you cut it out already? You showed up out of nowhere, and you just keep apologizing without any reason. To be honest, it's exhausting.
I'm sorry. Wait, I did it again. I'm so stupid. Oh, there was so much that I wanted to talk to you about when I saw you. But first, I knew that I needed to apologize, and that was all I could get out of me. Thank you for lending me a change of clothes.
It's just a super lame t-shirt that I've been wondering how to use. Don't worry about it.
It looks like you've changed, Soma. Maybe you've become a lot more of a man than you used to be.
You can stop with the flattery. I was just a loser back then. And now I'm just jaded by the harshness of the world. That's all.
Have you had dinner yet? I can make you something.
There's nothing in the fridge, unless we go out to buy stuff. My long-awaited day off. I was already planning on going out to eat somewhere, but there was no way I could just leave my house and leave Kaede there by herself. Are you hungry? I only have cup noodles, like this one, or this one, or this one, or this one.
Thanks, but why do you only have instant noodles here? Don't tell me that this is what you're eating all the time.
Not all the time. Just maybe about 6 times a week.
That's not okay if that's your diet. Soma, relax. From now on, I will make you home-cooked meals every day.
Oh, the water's boiling! What are you even saying?
And not just cooking, all of it. Everything to make up for all these years. I promise I'll take care of you, Soma. You can leave the laundry and the cleaning, everything to me.
I have no clue what you're saying or what it means. Why would you do any of that, Kaede? More importantly, eat your ramen. The noodles are getting soggy.
Because I'm your wife, Soma. The reason why I came here today was to come and pick you up. I'm very sorry for making you wait. This day is finally here, and now I get to be with you together forever. I promise I'm going to support you as your wife. Just watch me.
Excuse me?
And so we got married. I already turned in our marriage certificate, too. I'm really sorry that it took this long to get here.
Who got married?
Us. You and me.
I see. Me and you. I see. I get it now. That was your doing, god damn it!
Because I had to do this. Otherwise, I thought it would be over for you and me.
Do you have any idea what you've done? You do know that it's a crime to forge documents like that?
I didn't forge anything. You signed those papers yourself.
Wait, I think I'm starting to remember. These really messy letters. Isn't that?
This is proof of our future together, that we both buried into the time capsule together.
That's right, the time capsule. No, but there's no way that something we wrote when we were just kids would be officially accepted by the government.
Don't worry, Soma. You and I are officially married already.
There is no way. This has to be a joke. They really took this? I don't accept this anyway. What do you mean married? Any relationship between us ended a long time ago anyway. Back then, when I asked you out, you quickly threw it away anyway.
I never did that. At that time,
Do you have any idea how I felt? I wanted to get along with you forever. I was worried about the distance that was growing between us, and yet you became more and more cold towards me. But even then, I liked you. That was why. I wanted to be more than friends.
I'm so sorry. I misunderstood the entire time because when we were little, we promised each other our futures didn't leave. In my mind, you and I were already more than friends. I thought we were already like a married couple. And that's why I got irritated, wondering why you were saying it then after all that time.
Don't lie! You were being really cold to me from long before then, weren't you? You have no idea how much it hurt!
Around the time we entered high school, you started to become more manly and more handsome, and just being beside you, I liked you too much, and I thought I was going to go crazy. I couldn't even look at your face directly, and at that rate, I thought I was going to attack you. But I was still a high school student, and I couldn't take responsibility Plus, just talking to you made my legs shake from excitement.
Ah!
But then, after a while, Lily came and yelled at me, and I realized how stupid and unaware I was and what I had done.
You mean the treasured little sister, my angel? Also known as Lily?
Soma, you like your sister Lily way too much. It kind of makes me jealous.
Because she's an angel.
Well, she's going to become my sister-in-law, so it's fine. But at that time, Lily was serious, and she told me that she wouldn't forgive me if I went anywhere near you. You better not go anywhere near my brother, you stupid bitch. No, listen, you have it wrong, Lily. That's not what I meant to. Because of you, do you have any idea how much you hurt my brother? I'm not going to let you cause any more problems for him. Did you enjoy messing around with my brother? You trampled all over his feelings. You truly are the worst. Please, Lily, let me apologize to Soma. After being so cold to my brother all this time, are you kidding me? A stupid playboy is more fitting for someone like you. My brother would just be wasted on you. Let me just tell you one last thing, for your sake. My brother already sees through what a terrible person you are. What? Goodbye, ex-childhood friend Keirei Shinohara. I hurt the person that I loved the most. Just as Lily said, I was the worst. I was really worthless. From there, I worked really hard so that I could become a woman worthy of you. I got into college and I didn't mess around at all. Of course, I trained on how to be a housewife. And I spent every single day thinking about how I could get you to look at me once again, Soma. I have to become a woman worthy of Soma. Hey, Soma. Remember Soma Takanomiya? Looks like he's not here at the reunion. Does anybody know what he's up to these days? Keirei! Long time no see! You've become even more beautiful! Sorry, who was Soma again? Oh, wasn't he that loser? I do remember somebody like that. What a throwback.
I heard that guy got stuck in a toxic company. He should at least show his face at the reunion, but he must be having a hard time. That sucks. Next time I see him, I'll buy him a drink for today.
Because I thought I would get to see you, I went to the reunion with really high hopes. But ever since we graduated high school, I couldn't get a hold of you at all. And I realized that I must have been blocked. I couldn't believe that you were working at a toxic company. While I was lazing about, I didn't know that you were suffering so much. Wait for me, Soma. I promise I'm going to save you. I'm going to go home now. From there, I worked like my life depended on it, and I started my own business, and I finally got everything ready. That's why I came to pick you up. So, let's go to our new house.
What are you talking about? New house?
I was somehow able to pay the deposit, and I had to borrow some money from my mom and dad for the rest, but I know that you and I together will be able to pay it back in no time.
No, wait a minute. What do you mean, new house? Miss Kaede, I really can't keep up with the situation.
I thought a house might be better, but I wanted your opinion too. And we can always move after we have our baby, right?
You have no intention of asking my opinion, do you? I hate to burst your bubble when you're already in the newlywed mood, but I have a problem with the marriage to begin with.
It's fine. I'm going to hire a contractor so you can move straight away. And also, I'm going to have you become the CEO of my company. That being said, it is just a small, independently owned business.
Not. Stop forcing all of this along on your own!
Don't worry, I already got Lily to forgive me.
What? My sister's opinion is being prioritized more than my own?
Of course it is.
What? Lily? Lily, you're cute today.
Oh geez, my stupid brother is even more gross than usual.
More importantly, Why are you here?
Because that girl was coming to our house every single day, spending hours at the front door and begging me to give her your contact info or address, apologizing on her knees. I made sure that she proved that her apologies were genuine. I swear I will make you happy, Soma. Well, I was worried about you anyway, so I think we can see how this goes. If you ever make my brother unhappy again, I will make sure you get an immediate divorce. I won't let that happen anyway. I can finally look at Soma without getting too excited that I forget where I am. And I am keeping our promise from when we were little, that we would be happy together forever. As long as my eyes are black, you better know that I'm watching you.
What? Am I really going to live here? What? Am I really already married? Wait, I'm really all of the CEO? I'm changing jobs, but From there, the days were like a hurricane. Kaede really had perfectly prepared everything. Thanks to a resignation service, before I knew it, I had already resigned from my toxic company, and apparently, they'd already reported them to the labor department as well. Kaede's parents also apologized to me, looking very regretful about their daughter as they said, "We're very sorry for Kaede." I can't forget the way they looked at me with slight concern in their eyes.
I vow to love Soma for the rest of my life.
I am still very confused by the situation.
That's fine for you. I'm going to work really hard from now on so that you will fall in love with me.
Please don't do any more than you're already doing.
There.
That reminds me. When we buried the marriage certificate into our time capsule, I remember feeling like I was being tricked at that time too. But even still, in order to make that dream come true, in order to make me happy, Kaede was working really hard, even from afar, and I couldn't deny that reality. In that case, maybe it was time for me to give back to Kaede for her efforts as well. Under Kaede's care, my diet made a shocking recovery as well, and just as she had to clear it, Kaede really was putting her all into making me happy. And I realized that I should probably start accepting this reality around me. Hey, Kaede, I wanted to tell you that I also—
I'm going to marry my brother too. No! Even if it's you, Lily, I'm not going to hand over Soma.
Don't make this any more complicated than it already is!
Hey, Satoshi, don't take my homework without telling me.
Huh? You're the one that hasn't turned it in, Midori. But also, you already filled everything out. I know it's on top of your desk, so what's the problem?
I wanted to double check it one last time.
Who cares about that? If you don't turn yours in, then it makes me have to stay in school later.
Yeah, well, who cares about that? First of all, you're not in any school club, so what do you have to do after school anyway?
Don't make fun of me just because I'm not in the club.
Whatever.
Whatever. Satoshi and Midori are fighting again. Do those two not get along? I thought they were childhood friends.
When we were little kids, they were best friends. Midori was always over Satoshi.
These days, I can't even imagine Midori even smiling at Satoshi.
Whatever, I've had enough. I need to get to practice anyway. The competition is coming up.
You don't need to announce that, just hurry up and go.
Yeah, I'm going.
My childhood friend Midori Tezuka and I were what one would call cats and dogs. I don't know when it started, but every time we would see each other, we would always get into a fight. I assumed that days like this were only gonna continue. Midori didn't come to school, a cold apparently. Hey, Satoshi, can you make sure that Midori gets his homework? Why me? What do you mean, why? You're childhood friends, aren't you? You guys get along well. Mister, have you gotten your eyes checked recently? Excuse me? Midori and I are always fighting. Oh, I thought you guys would just play fighting. No, they're real. She really hates me, so… Is that so? Well, just take the paperwork to her. Were you listening to what I just said? Do you need to get your ears checked too? Alright, just do it. I know you two live near each other anyway. There's no other student I can ask. Then why don't you go as a teacher? Don't you know that teachers are very busy? If you say that you're going to do my work in my place, then I would be happy to go. After that, I had to stand there and listen to my teacher complain about his work. And it was very clear that as a teacher, he didn't have time to go and check on a student who just had a cold. Hello? Just in case, I rang the doorbell, but without waiting for anyone to answer, I opened the front door to the Tezuka house. It had been a while, but I've been coming over to this house for years.
Oh my, Satoshi. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Hello, Miss Tezuka?
Did you come to check on Midori?
Not exactly to check on her, but to bring her to the homework. Why do you look so happy?
Before she started swimming, she was always so weak, and Every time she would get sick, you would always bring her homework like this. I was just thinking how nostalgic it was.
I do remember those days.
While you're here, please go and say hi to her.
I did as I was told by her mom, and I got all the way to the front of Midori's room. I hadn't been here since probably when I was still in elementary school. Midori, I'm coming in! There was no response. Are you sleeping? I walked over to the bed where Midori was sleeping. Still no response. If she didn't open her mouth, she does have a cute face. I haven't been in her room for years, and as expected, a lot of things had changed. Before it felt like a standard little girl's room, but now it really felt like a high schooler's room. On top of the dresser, there were rows of medals and trophies that she won at swimming competitions. Midori was one of the top athletes on the swim team at school.
Who is it? Mom?
Did you wake up?
Satoshi?
That's right, the teacher told me to bring you the homework. I'll leave it on top of your desk.
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
feverish.
I see.
Yeah.
Well then, my task is done, so I'll go home.
No,
What do you mean, no?
please don't go.
When I looked up, Midori's face was red, and her eyes were tearing up. Fine, I'll stay right here until you fall back asleep.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Thank you.
So you can relax and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Normally, she's always fighting with me and she's not cute, but when Midori is feeling weak, she goes back to the little girl that she used to be, the one who used to follow me around everywhere. If this is what you were normally like, you and I probably would have made up a long time ago. When Midori was sleeping, she was quiet and sincere. I have to admit, she was pretty cute. At this point, I don't even remember why we were like this now. But what I do remember is when Midori's attitude towards me started to change.
You're such a liar, Sato.
What do you mean, a liar?
Because you're a liar.
I never lied about anything.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. This is best anyway.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, this is what I want.
I'm sure it must have been something really small, like one of us went home without the other one day or something. Back then, Midori was always following right behind me to and from school and everywhere we went. I can't remember exactly what happened, but even though the details are vague, it doesn't change the sentiment. What I do remember, and all I remember, is that we got into a fight, because to this day, that rift hasn't been filled. That morning when I woke up, my throat hurt. My head felt dizzy. I couldn't stop coughing. My body feels heavy. I definitely have a fever. It was the day after that I'd gone to see Midori. She gave me her cold, damn it. She better not have kept me in her room because this was her goal. As if. I know that she's not that evil of a person. I need to cut it out. When I'm not feeling well, I become really negative. Mom, I think I have a cold, so I'm not going to school.
Satoshi didn't come to school. A cold, apparently.
Hey Midori, can you make sure that Satoshi gets his homework?
Why me?
What do you mean why? You got childhood friends, aren't you? You guys get along well.
Mister, have you gotten your eyes checked recently?
Yeah, excuse me.
Satoshi and I are always fighting.
Oh, I thought you guys were just play fighting.
No, they're real. Satoshi, he hates me anyway.
Interesting, you're saying the exact same thing he did. Anyway, just take it to him.
Were you listening to what I just said? Do you need to get your ears checked too?
Alright, just do it. Where you two live is pretty far away. There's no other student I can ask.
Then why don't you go? As the teacher, I have after-school practice today.
Don't you know that teachers are very busy? And first and foremost, you should be resting from practice after being sick.
Well, that's...
And plus, all that being said, Satoshi went to check on you when you were sick.
When you put it like that, of course, I felt like I had to go. I'm coming in.
Oh, it's you, Midori.
Oh, you seem fine.
I've been sleeping all day today. I can't sleep anymore. My fever's mostly gone down too.
So you're not surprised?
About what?
That I came here to check on you.
The teacher just convinced you to come here anyway, right? That guy is really good with his words.
Well, yeah. I haven't been in this room in a long time. Hasn't changed much.
Really?
Yeah. The marks on the desk, the stickers that were peeled off, they're all still there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, listen. Maybe the reason why you got sick was because
It's not.
What?
It was hot yesterday, so I was sleeping in thin clothing. And I had the window open, that's all.
I see. Well then, fine. That's true, it was hot last night.
Yeah, I guess.
But to do something like that in this season? You're so stupid.
Shut up, you're one to talk.
If you were to do that, of course you'd get sick. Hey, listen.
What do you want?
Do you want me to stay with you? Just for a little bit. You know, when you have a fever, you can get weak, and it kind of sucks to be alone, and I, get how that feels.
No, if your job here is done, then hurry up and go home.
Hey, why do you have to say it like that?
I should be asking you why you're mad right now. You don't want to see my face either anyway, right?
Yeah, because I hate it more than anything in this world.
I thought so. So I was trying to be considerate of you. So go on, go home, leave now.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And then Midori quickly disappeared from my room. Her footsteps were as loud as a monster, and it was obvious that she was angry. If she catches my cold and gets sick again, what is she gonna do? Her competition is coming up, isn't it? That being said, I was at my limit. Even though as a guy I have my pride, losing any more weight than this was tough. Ugh, this sucks. I'm gonna sleep. Because of the fever, I fell right back to sleep.
Another bowl? You're just getting over a cold, so why don't you take it easy? It's the opposite. I need to put on some muscle, so I need to eat. That's what you're saying, but something happened, didn't it? You're angry eating. Nothing happened. That reminds me, I ran into Satoshi's mom at the supermarket today, but she told me that Satoshi caught a cold and he's been in bed all day. Seems like it. What do you mean, seems like it? You basically gave that to him. You need to go check on him. Already did. Oh, is that so? But that wasn't my fault anyway. You know how it was hot last night, so he said he was sleeping with the window open in thin clothing. He did it to himself. What are you saying? Huh? It was pretty chilly last night. Now what are you saying, Mom? It was hot. I was sweating all night yesterday. That's because you had a cold, Midori. Your fever probably broke overnight. No way, because Satoshi said that himself. Interesting. That boy hasn't changed, has he? As always, he's the kindest liar out there. What do you mean? Come on, remember, on the day of your first swimming competition? Of course I remember, the one that Satoshi said he would come to cheer for me, but then he broke his promise and he didn't come. That day I wanted to win and give him my gold medal. And then I was also going to tell him how I feel. Satoshi betrayed me that day. What? You must be joking. You still haven't realized to this day? Realized what? That time as well, you caught a cold the day before and you were stuck in bed. And then when Satoshi came to check on you, you kept crying and you had him stay next to you the whole day. Wait a minute. Did Satoshi have a cold? Did I give him my cold? I didn't know he still kept this a secret from you. I thought that you two had made up a long time ago. But why didn't you tell me? You knew that, didn't you? He told me not to tell you. But why? Why not? Of course, because he knew that you would be upset by that. Because you used to have such a big crush on Satoshi, didn't you? No way. He was only in elementary school, but it was so noble. He said, I am a man and I have my pride. I can't make the girl that I love feel sad. So he asked me not to tell you what happened. Ever since then, I've been a fan of Satoshi. I felt my heart sink into my stomach, and I couldn't eat anymore after that.
Thank goodness. After saying that to Midori, I couldn't miss school anymore. So I forced myself to fix my cold in one day. Well done, me. Good job. Nobody was gonna compliment me for that, so I complimented myself. Even though that's really sad.
Morning.
Oh, morning. Wait, what?
What?
Did you just say good morning? You? To me?
I was just saying good morning. Stop being weird, Sato.
Sato? I was 100 times more shocked about that than the good morning. What's going on? Do you have a fever again?
No, I don't. My temperature has gone down to normal.
Well, then what's wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm being normal. By the way, Sato,
What do you want?
what are you doing next week over the holiday?
Nothing. Don't have any particular plans.
Well then, I have a favor to ask you.
Sure. Why don't you tell me first?
I have a swimming competition that day. I was wondering if you would come to cheer me on?
Are you sure it's okay if I go? Over the last few years, Midori had given me a strict ban on coming to any of her competitions, though.
Yeah, I want you to come cheer for me. I want you to watch, Sato.
Sure.
It's a promise. And also, I'm not going to catch a cold anymore, so you better not catch a cold this time too, Sato.
This time?
Last time you couldn't come because you caught a cold, right?
When she said that, all kinds of memories came back to me. When we were younger, Midori gave me her cold. Because of that, I couldn't go to the swimming competition that I promised her I would go to. Then I tried to act cool and didn't tell her. But then Midori called me a liar. And after that, there grew a rift between us that I couldn't fill. Sure, I'll be there. This time I'll definitely be there to cheer you on.
Okay, I can't wait.
I heard the sound of the whistle blow, and Midori dove into the pool. It was a few years late, but I was able to keep my promise to Midori. Go, 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 Midori! I yelled at the top of my lungs and cheering her on. I'd only heard about her that Midori was now one of the top swimmers in the high school league. The trophies and medals that decorated her room were proof of that. But I was seeing it for the first time. I could see Midori swimming faster than anybody as she glided through the water. And that was so very beautiful.
Sato, were you watching?
Yeah, I saw it properly this time. You were super crazy fast.
Yeah, my personal best.
Congratulations on winning.
It's because you were there to cheer me on, Sato.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
Also, are you sure you should be with me right now?
Why?
Aren't you going to celebrate with the rest of the team?
Oh, yeah, but I told them I would pass today. Because I had something more important to do today.
What is that? What's so important?
It's you, Sato.
Huh?
You came all this way to cheer for me, so there's no way I would let you walk home by yourself.
Are you sure you don't have a fever again today?
I don't.
Well, then what's the matter with you? You've been acting really weird since the other day. It was almost like we had gone back to the way things used to be.
There's nothing wrong with me. It's just that I'm not lying to myself anymore. And I have no reason to be mad at you anymore either. All this time, all these years, I thought that you had betrayed me, Sato. But I guess I was wrong. You were actually always thoughtful to me.
Midori.
And that's why I can finally do what I wanted to do that day. Will you please take this?
But this is your medal from today.
Yeah.
There's no way I can take this. You worked so hard for this, and you trained so hard to get this today.
That's right. I worked really hard and I wanted to get first place because I wanted the gold medal. That was proof of being number one.
Well, in that case, even more so.
But that's because I wanted to put it on you. And I wanted to tell you that you're my number one. That you're the best, Sato. So, will you please take this? And will you please become my number one?
Are you sure you're okay with me?
I want you, and I don't want it to be anyone else but you.
And then, Midori placed a gold medal around my neck.
It's just as I thought back then. The gold medal looks great on you, Sato.
My name is Kaito Imada, and the summer before my senior year of high school, I experienced heartbreak for the first time in my life. What did I see that devastated me? Well, that was the sight of my girlfriend, Kuroka Harimoto, cheating on me with my best friend, Koya Kuzutani. Kuroka?
What? Oh dear, I guess we got caught. This is your fault, Koya, for coming after me in a place like this, you know.
Well, why not? In any case, you were planning on breaking up with him anyway, right? The two of them didn't seem to have any regret whatsoever. If anything, they were acting like they didn't care if they were caught or not. What's going on here, Kuroka?
What do you mean? It's exactly what it looks like, isn't it? I got tired of going out with you. But also, Koya is just a better guy in general anyway.
What do you mean Koya's a better guy? But, I mean, you were the one that asked me out when we were freshmen, remember?
I just wanted the status of having a boyfriend, that's all. And then, if I asked you out who didn't seem popular anyways, I figured I would be able to get a boyfriend easily. But then Koya, who is actually popular, said that he likes me, so there's no need for you anymore.
Koya, the reason that you were always with me was because... That's right, it was to make Kuroka mine. Well, I really struggled, trying to make sure that nobody around me could tell. But that's why it was the perfect camouflage, to act like your best friend. I mean, it looks like Kuroka wasn't actually that interested in you to begin with anyway. So now this works out for everybody. So let's just leave it at that. This works out for everybody, you say? Let's just leave it at that, huh? That was completely in favor of just the two of them. There wasn't one thing that worked out for me. However, no matter what I say, I just sound like a loser, barking in the corner. If there was anybody who had seen this entire situation, perhaps it would have been different. But in a situation where nobody was watching, who would everybody believe? The two of them or me? The loser. I didn't have any standing to be able to fight against the two of them. I just have to let this go for now, hoping that I'll get my revenge someday.
Hey Kaito, do you have a minute?
Manami? This person was our school's student council president, Manami Shirahoshi. What was the student council president doing behind the school grounds? Wait. That's right! I came back here in the first place because you asked me to come here. What did you want to talk to me about? To be honest, I'm not really in the mood to talk to anybody.
I'm going to cut straight to the point. Will you play the role of my boyfriend?
Excuse me? I think I just misheard you. Did you say that you want me to play the role of your boyfriend?
That's right. There's no problem with that, is there? Because you're single and free now anyway.
Ah! You were watching?
Well, yeah. I was here because I asked you to meet me here in the first place. Well, it seemed like she had a bad personality anyway, so maybe it's better for you in the end, isn't it?
But I'm still angry about it.
Well then, let's get revenge.
Revenge? What do you mean? What are you planning on doing?
It's very easy. It may not seem like it, but I'm pretty popular within the school.
I knew that. Not only was she cute on the outside, she was also very intelligent. And she was the daughter of the CEO of a major financial conglomerate, so she was extremely popular. I've heard of multiple guys asking her out until now, and her rejecting all of them.
I bet those two are going to treat you like a worthless human, and they're going to try to make fun of you. But as long as you're dating me, they can't do that, and if anything, it means that I chose you even after rejecting all those guys up until now, and that Kuroka let go of such a valuable guy. And if that was the case, how do you think it's gonna make her look?
Would that make it seem like she has no taste in guys? But then, wouldn't some people see that as you stealing me from Kuroka?
That's why, once those two start becoming lovey-dovey in front of everybody, that's when we could start pretending like we're dating. And plus, I do have one trick up my sleeve that I've been holding on to.
Those two were clearly looking down on me. That's why, without paying any consideration to me, I'm sure they would start being all over each other in front of everyone. And no matter what anybody else might think, I'm sure they would brush it off that I was the one that did something wrong. And that's why I was very thankful for Manami's suggestion. However, I feel like there are no merits to doing this for you, but what exactly are you trying to do?
There is some merit to this. Actually, my family is trying to set me up in an arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage? I see. I feel like I'm about to get roped into something very complicated. This just might be a far-fetched guess, but are you gonna ask me to meet your family?
As usual, you're very smart and it helps me. I want to show that I already have a boyfriend, so that they'll take away the arranged meeting.
If we pretend to be in a relationship at school, we would have to keep it up for a while. And I guess you would be able to fool your family that way too.
That's exactly it. And that way at school, you don't have to feel that bad either. So it's a good idea, isn't it?
This wasn't something that I could call a good idea at all. It was definitely a big risk to be fooling these people from a major financial conglomerate. But that being said, Manami has always looked after me in many ways. Excuse me. After that, I decided to accept her offer, but she quickly wanted me to meet her family, so I was taken to her mansion. It was seriously huge. I was taken there in a limousine, but from entering the gate to getting to the actual house actually took quite a bit of time. The front yard was way too big.
And this would be the master's room.
This area has a very different feel to it.
This is a traditional Japanese-style room. That was my grandfather's preference.
Does that mean I'm going to be greeting her grandfather and not her father?
Sir, I have brought here your granddaughter and Mr. Imada.
So, you're the bastard who's made my sweet granddaughter fall for you!
Ah! For a moment, I couldn't wrap my head around what was happening. All of a sudden, the grandfather came flying out of the door. I don't approve of this one bit! I don't know who you are or where your family comes from, and I am not going to give you my sweet granddaughter!
Oh, this person! He's the type that's impossible to get through to! As the head of a major financial conglomerate, I expected to meet a very calm yet strict old man. However, it seems that reality was completely different.
Grandfather, as I spoke to you before, I have brought my boyfriend who I have the pleasure of dating. His name is Kaito.
Like I said, I don't approve of this!
Perhaps marriage is a different story, but I believe I don't need your permission to be dating somebody. Is that correct?
If I say I won't allow it, I won't allow it! And if you're going to insist, then you need to pass the Shirahoshi family exam!
In the event that one of us wants to marry somebody that they love, instead of a political marriage of the family, then there is an exam in place that they have to take. It stems from the idea that they only approve of people who are worthy of this family. And if you are somebody with the intelligence to clear the exam, then they will make a special exception and approve of you.
What on earth have I been roped into?
Don't worry. I believe you'll be able to clear it. That's why you're here.
Ha! There's no way a youngster like that is going to be able to pass.
If that's what you believe, then please issue the exam straight away if you'd like, because I'm sure that he will be betraying that expectation of yours.
Why are they moving into the exam right now? Because Monami encouraged it. So we ended up moving towards the basement, where they said that this exam was held. You never told me about any of this.
I also didn't expect my grandfather to be so strongly against it.
Is that true? You didn't seem surprised or flustered at all, though.
If anything, this is even better for us. As long as you clear the exam, they won't be able to say anything about us.
Do I have any right to refuse?
Of course you do, but in the event that my grandfather finds out that you're my fake boyfriend, I can't take responsibility for what he's going to do to you.
She's got me. It seems like she had calculated all of this based on that answer.
Well then, here is your first test. There will be flash arithmetic displayed. You need to answer 10 questions in a row correctly.
Right off the bat, this seems very difficult.
If you're going to quit, then now is your chance.
No, sir. I'll do it.
Well then, start now!
When her grandfather hit the switch, 3-digit numbers flipped in quick succession on the board. Flash arithmetic means that I need to add them all up, and in the end, answer the sum of all the numbers. I believe it's 12,758.
What is this? You solved this?
That was way too many numbers from the very first question. It became very clear to me that the ancestors of this family refused to accept any marriage that wasn't in their political interest.
Just as I mentioned to you earlier, it seemed like he would easily be able to clear the exam.
We only just began. I'm certain that he will make a mistake in no time.
After that, I continued to challenge question after question and flash arithmetic, and
There's no way. All 10 questions are correct?
That's the Kaito I know. Looks like it was exactly as I thought.
well, that was a little tiring. I felt like I had to put my mind at full speed for the first time in a while. I want some sugar for my brain.
Are you telling me you're only a little tired? Just from clearing this exam? How dare you be so arrogant?
That wasn't my intention, sir.
Well, it looks like you can do a little bit of math, but the next test won't be so easy. Only those with a truly sharp brain can find the correct answer in this one.
This exam? How many more stages are there?
Don't worry, the next one is the last test.
Oh, I see. Well then, it wasn't that.
That being said, there are 50 questions.
Oh. So, there are 3 doors.
From here, you're going to solve the mysteries, and you must select the correct door.
So that means that if I open the wrong door, that I fail, correct?
Ha! As if we would let it go that easily. Oh well, nothing. Never mind.
No, wait! What's gonna happen to me? If you're going to say that much, I need to know!
Relax, even if your luck is bad, you'll only be hospitalized at worst.
I can't relax at all with that!
Well, to be honest, you're just going to experience a little bit of fear. But I really need you to put your all into this, so...
So, this is the problem. God gathered around 13 animals wearing clothes, and he was telling them a story. However, the cat was distracted by the mouse's words and wasn't listening to what God was saying. When God noticed that, they became angry, and they made the cat go home. After that, God turned to a certain animal and said,
You are the same as me, so you will take after me.
Out of the remaining 12 animals, who will be God's heir? On each door was written, Dog, Dragon, Monkey, which must mean that it's one of those 3 animals. I looked very closely at the problem board. It was very obvious that the word God was written in a different font from all of the other words, and the kanji's incorrect as well. There were 13 animals, but the cat was sent home, and it turned into 12 animals. That must mean that this has something to do with the remaining 12 animals after the cat was removed. And if the reason that the cat was removed was the mouse, there was a legendary Japanese story about this. In that story, not only is there a dog and a monkey, but there's also a dragon. In that case, out of all the animals wearing clothes, the one that would become the next god would be... I believe the answer is monkey.
That's correct. I knew you would get it, Kaito. In that legendary story, the kanji for monkey is similar to the kanji for god. And then, the clothes make up the other half of the incorrect kanji used in the problem boards. It really is an awful question, isn't it?
They really did try to set me up for failure in this one. But honestly, the flash arithmetic was harder. Without saying this out loud, I just moved on to the next room. After that, I continued to solve the problems and moved into the correct rooms. Just like the first problem, every problem board required close attention, and as long as you had enough general knowledge, they were all easy to solve. And that's why, when I cleared all 50 problems...
Well, you proved me wrong. I can't believe that you would actually clear the exam. Look after my Manami, young man.
Much to my surprise, the grandfather changed his tune and welcomed me with open arms. To be honest, he was congratulating me like he was a different person, and that in itself was a little bit scary.
Well, that's because ever since we got into high school, he always gets first place in the school exams. He's the only guy that I can't win against, so of course he was easily able to clear this.
Well, isn't that incredible? Now then, we need to carry out the ceremony as soon as possible.
Ceremony? Wait a minute, is that... No way!
Of course, the wedding ceremony.
Why is this happening so fast?
I've heard that you both already turned 18 years old. That means that you are both able to get married, so there are no problems here.
I think that there are very many problems here, though.
Don't worry. Before you completed the exam, I already got permission from both of your parents, Kaito.
You got around to that way too fast. How are you filling in the blanks without me? What is going on here? Wait a minute. Was Manami trying to get married from the beginning? Oh wait, does that mean she likes me? I didn't even know where to begin. Everything was moving so fast that the questions were circling my mind, and I couldn't help but be confused. As for what happened after that...
Manami, Kaito, congratulations on your wedding!
All of the blanks were completely filled, and I had nowhere to run away to. And I ended up in an actual, real wedding. This was the first time in my life that things moved this forcefully fast. My parents were both thrilled, and it seemed like I was the only one that had any reservations about this wedding.
I do feel bad that everything moved along without your say, but I didn't want anybody else to be able to take you anymore, so I had to move things along this fast. In return, I promise that I will make you happy no matter what.
When you say it that straightforward to me, there's nothing I can say. Well, as long as we got here, I'll take responsibility too. And so, even though I was still a student, I somehow ended up married, and I moved into Manami's house. That means that we are living together, but...
That is why I love being at home. Nobody gets in our way.
As soon as we're alone together, Manami comes and sticks to my side. To be honest, even when I was dating Kuroka, I've never had somebody be this affectionate and stick to me. And I'm so shy, I don't know what to do. However, when you stick to me like this, it's a little embarrassing.
As a husband, you have the duty to spoil your wife with affection. That means that I'm requiring affection from you.
In this way, Manami was more needy than I imagined, and this lifestyle wasn't so bad. To put it simply, when Manami was needy to me, she was so cute. You mean like this? The cool student council president is actually this cute and affectionate. If the people at school saw this, they would probably think she was a different person. The two of us were all over each other at home, but at school, we still kept our distance. Because Manami had the position of student council president, she needed to set an example for the student body. And so, I kept my distance from her. Otherwise, she would lose her authority as the student council president. In that case, there was the problem that maybe Kuroka and Koya would come make fun of me. But actually, Manami had recorded the entire interaction that day. And then, in front of all the other students, she played that footage for Kuroka and Koya. And she exposed them in front of everybody. Thanks to that, people came to cheer me up, but nobody made fun of me. On the other hand, Kuroka and Koya were shunned by many students, and now they quietly keep to themselves. It turns out that from beginning to end, Manami had us all dancing in the palm of her hand. The reason why she called me out to that place that day was probably because she knew about Kuroka and Koya. That reminds me, there's something I haven't been able to ask you yet.
What is it?
Manami, what is it about me that you actually like? But also, I never asked you whether you even like me or not. Because the wedding was forcefully held, I figured that she must like me to some degree, but I never heard it directly in words from her. That's why I asked her.
To tell you the truth, I've liked you since we were juniors last year. It was the first time in my entire life that I couldn't beat someone in a test. But you never bragged that you were good in school, and you were also very kind. But by the time that I liked you, you were already dating Kuroka, so I was trying to hide it.
Wait a minute. So the reason why you rejected all of those guys was because...
Yeah, of course. It's because I didn't like them back. But the number one reason was because I liked you, Kaito.
I see. When she says that to me, face to face, it makes me blush.
That's especially why I couldn't let them get away with it. That even though she had my Kaito that I liked so much, she was cheating on you with another guy. That's why I swore from the bottom of my heart that I would take her down no matter what.
Well, you already helped me get more than enough of a revenge. So just let them be from now on. Going any further, I would feel pretty bad for them.
You're just too nice, Kaito. To be honest, I want to get back at them way more and keep making them suffer.
That feeling alone is enough for me. We already got married, so let's just forget about those two. And I want to talk about our fun future together from now on. Because otherwise, I know that she would probably not stop and continue to take them down further.
Our fun future. I didn't expect you to be so forward, Kaito.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing at all. More importantly, we're going on our honeymoon this summer. But where do you want to go?
Oh, I don't have that kind of money, though.
Don't worry about that. All of the money that is going to be spent on you will all be coming from the Shirahoshi family from now on. Now, even my grandfather really likes you, and said with a smile on his face that he wants us to spend whatever we want.
Well, that's very kind of them, but I can't help but feel like she's blocking all escape routes with everything she's got. But we're already legally married, so either way there's nowhere to run to, anyway.
This is the first time in my life I'm excited about summer break. I'm already counting down the days.
Well, if she's this happy about it, I'm genuinely happy too.
Huh? Oh, why are you petting me all of a sudden? Even though usually I have to ask you to do so.
I don't know. I guess I just feel like petting you. Looking ahead, I'm sure there will be many problems that she and I will need to get over together. But when there's a girl that likes me this much, I wanted to be able to answer to her feelings. And that's why I vowed to continue standing by her side as we face those problems together.
Knock, knock. Heard the sound of someone knocking on my door. Is that you, Julie?
Nissan, can you help me study?
Sure. Or you don't understand?
Where?
Yeah, which part? Yeah? Yeah?
Then maybe this part?
You have the correct answer for that.
Not that one, this one.
Yeah, that's correct too. It was hard to describe what was happening, but time passed by. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Don't get the wrong idea.
What do you mean?
It's not like I'm doing this because I want you to give me attention or anything.
I guess. Judy wanted me to give her attention, didn't she? My dad remarried a little while ago. It was always just my dad and I, so now that I had a new mother and younger sister, the house became a lot livelier at once. I wanted to treasure them. No, I swore that I would. In fact, we're actually close siblings. The only problem was my stepsister grew up with a single mom and probably had to hold back for a lot of things. It seems like it's hard for her to be honest about wanting to be spoiled. She would hide her feelings like this very often. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
If only I was a more dependable guy. Then you'd be able to ask me to spoil you a lot more. When I apologized, Judy left my room without saying a word. I was left all alone in my room. Before a minute went by, Judy came back. With a slightly different appearance than earlier. What? Judy, what is that? There was a board with words written on it hanging from her neck. There, the words, "I was mean to my Nissan, I'm sorry," were written on it.
I made it.
What? Why?
Because I have a hard time saying what I'm thinking, but I don't want you to hate me. That's why it means that I regret my actions whenever I'm wearing this. It means that you didn't do anything wrong.
Got it, but Julie? I won't hate you no matter how much you're not able to say how you feel. There's no way I'd hate you.
Really?
Of course.
It's not like I'm happy you said that or anything.
After saying her usual line, Julie gasped in realization and hid her face away with the board. I couldn't see her expression, but I could tell that she was messed up. After all, we're siblings. By the way, you're really smart, right, Julie?
What? I mean, my grades are at the top of my class.
I was just thinking about reviewing material from freshman year. Do you think you can help me? I want you to teach me if I forgot something.
If you want, I guess I'll have to help you.
Thanks.
It's not like I'm doing it for you or anything.
You're cute, aren't you, Julie?
It doesn't make me happy to hear you say that or anything.
She smiled, a big smile. My stepsister isn't honest with her feelings, but it was easy to tell what she was thinking. It was super cute.
So, where are you going to start?
Let's see, maybe I'll start with math.
It's not like I'm good at math or anything.
What, you're not?
I mean, actually, I might be pretty good at it.
Julie panicked and hit her face with the board again. It was almost time for Christmas. The streets were lit up and everyone looked happy despite how cold it was.
Hey, let's go in that store over there.
My stepsister seemed happy too. Yeah, that's why I was happy too. Julie, are you having fun?
Yep, it's my first time having a Christmas party with family.
Me too. You don't really get a chance to do that when it's just two males.
We didn't do it with two females either.
I'm excited for it.
It's not like I'm excited about it or anything.
After that, Julie's expression showed that she did it again. She attempted to pull out a familiar board from her bag again. Hold on a second.
Huh? What?
Let's not do that outdoors, okay? It'll be okay in a private location like a house, but outside where people didn't know what was going on, If people found out that I was making my sister wear a board that said I was mean to my Nissan, I'm sorry, out in public, I would die. I'd be dead to society.
Nissan, you're hurting my wrist.
Oh, sorry.
It's not like I think the size of your hand or your strength is cool or anything.
Well, I know that, but I told you, please don't do that in public.
But you'll hate me.
I won't hate you.
Are you sure?
I've told you a bunch of times already.
It's not like I'm happy you said that or anything.
God, this is an endless loop. 10 minutes after that, I somehow calmed Julie down and we entered the shop. We came here to get a present from Mom and Dad, right? You don't have a lot of time.
You're right.
Can you tell me what Mom likes?
She likes cute things.
I see. She seems super cool and responsible, though.
She's trying to look cool. You see it, don't you? She's kind of aloof in some areas.
That's true. She has an unexpected side. Maybe that's what made my dad fall in love.
Don't tell me that you...
Huh? What is it?
Do you like older women who are like Mom?
What? I don't think she's a wonderful person, but...
I won't call you Dad, okay?
What? I won't ask you to do that!
Are you sure? You're not gonna confess your love for Mom?
I won't do that. I meant that I think she's wonderful as a human, not romantically. Besides, fighting over my stepmother with my biological father sounds like hell.
That's good then.
Gosh, what kind of misunderstanding was that? Oh, what about this?
An aroma diffuser?
Yep, Mom seems super busy every day. I thought we could get something to help relieve her stress.
It's not like I think that's a great idea or anything.
I see. Maybe we should choose something else then.
That wasn't what I meant, and...
I know that. I was just kidding.
Were you messing around with me?
I'm sorry. Huh? Oh, why are you trying to pull out the board? You weren't hiding what you were thinking of being mean, right?
I'm thinking about having you wear this.
You're thinking about it? Wait, hold on a second.
I'm not going to.
I'm sorry. That should be kind of embarrassing.
Do you want me to forgive you?
Of course.
I wonder what I should do.
I'll do anything.
Then treat me to a crepe after we're finished shopping here.
You're not gonna be able to eat dinner.
I totally can!
Okay, then.
I also want to see the lights in front of the train station, so come with me.
Yeah.
And also...
There's still more?
Hold my hand.
That's embarrassing.
You said you'd do anything.
I did say that.
I won't forgive liars, you know. Okay, let's get this aroma diffuser to Mom. What should we get Dad?
Wait a second, it's hard to stop when I can only use one hand. Maybe we should let go until we go outside.
We can't.
My stepsister is pretty strict too. After that, we somehow finished shopping, ate crepes, and went to see the lights in front of the train station. Of course, while holding hands the entire time.
Wow, it's so pretty!
It is.
It's shining, they're like stars!
Speaking of Christmas, there's gonna be an event at school, right?
Oh, the volunteer Christmas party.
Julie's eyes sparkled for a second. I swear, girls just love these kinds of things.
I chose that school because of this event, you know?
Is that so?
There are a lot of students like that.
I guess girls like things like this a lot more than I imagined.
How was it last year?
Huh? I don't know.
Why not?
It's a volunteer event, right? It doesn't affect my grades to not participate. What? Julie let out a frustrated voice.
What about this year then?
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
If it doesn't matter, we should just go.
Yeah, sure.
Yay! It's not like I'm happy that I get to attend it with you or anything. My hands aren't empty, so I can't pull out the board.
By the way, are you interested in any guy, Julie?
Huh?
The main event of the party is the dance, isn't it? Your partner for that dance. At this Christmas party, people ate food, played around, and ended the night with a dance. It was required to participate in the dance as a pair, and as you can probably tell, it was basically a place for couples to present themselves. I'm sure you will probably understand the reason why I've never attended the party. In the dozen or so years of my life, I've never had a girlfriend, not even for a second.
What about you?
I don't really have anyone. Don't make me say it out loud, I'm gonna get sad.
I see. Then I guess I could be your dance partner if you really wanted.
No, isn't that something you participate in as a couple?
Sadness.
Come on, don't be so obviously sad about it. I mean, I guess your reaction is valid. Seems like you expect a lot from this event. I could participate if you really wanted me to. Oh God, I said something Julie would probably say.
If you want me to dance with you that much, I'll participate with you.
Julie then came back at me in her usual stance. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
But still, it's strange that you don't have anyone to go with.
What? A lot of people ask me to go with them, though.
Really?
Yeah, about 10 people.
I see, you have other people then. You don't need to participate with me.
What?
But I guess it's normal, you're this cute. The boys probably can't leave you alone. Oh, well, make sure to introduce me, okay? As your brother. Yeah, as your brother. I need to size up who your boyfriend is.
Nissan, you said that you would attend with me, though.
I said that because I thought you didn't have anyone. But if people are asking you to go with them, you should prioritize that. There won't be any weird rumors if you go with another guy, so it's definitely better.
What do you mean by weird rumors?
Well, you know...
Never mind then.
What?
Never mind. I don't care about you, Nissan.
What's up with you all of a sudden?
I'm going home.
Oh, me too then.
I don't want to walk home with you.
There you go again. But this time was different than usual. No matter how much time passed, Julie didn't try to take out her board. It seems like what she said earlier was that she was actually thinking. What? Why? I didn't understand what my stepsister was thinking at all. It was finally Christmas. I barely spoke to Julie since that incident. Hey, June! I guess you're obviously alone today. What do you mean by obviously? I mean, ever since you got a stepsister, she's been all over you. It hasn't been like that recently, has it? Well, that's true. Did you finally learn to hang out with people other than your sister? I think it's more accurate to say that she learned to hang out with people other than her brother. What does that mean? Never mind, it's nothing. So, where is this little sister of yours? Who knows? Other boys invited her to the party, so she should be dancing with them. I can't find her. Did she leave the party with some guy? What? There are a couple of people like that every year. Telling your parents that it's a school event makes a good excuse, doesn't it? Julie wouldn't do that. Come on, your sister is a beauty, so it's totally possible. Seems like your sister got ahead of you, Oni-chan. I'm gonna go look for her. Come on, dude, don't do anything crazy. She's gonna start hating you. I don't care if she hates me as long as I find her. The boy who was left alone muttered. I swear that guy has such a sister complex. I found Julie immediately. The party was going on, but she was alone and looking up at the sky. Julie, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. What are you doing here?
I was looking for you.
Why?
Of course, I could have mentioned the conversation I had with my friend earlier. Because I didn't see you around.
You were worried about me?
Of course I was. You're my stepsister.
It's not like I'm going to say thank you or anything.
I wasn't asking for that. It's normal for me to worry. I was standing absent-mindedly when...
Why don't you sit down?
I'll take you up on that offer then.
Go ahead. I mean, you don't need my permission or anything.
After that, Julie smiled a little bit. Oh, why were you mad recently?
You don't know?
No, I don't.
It's my fault for not being able to express my true feelings, but you're also super clueless.
What, really?
If you don't understand, you should keep thinking about it forever.
That's a problem. I want to make up with you, Julie.
I see. Then,
At that moment, the music coming from the gymnasium changed.
The party is about to end soon.
Yeah, this is the final song.
If you really want me to, I'll dance with you.
I see.
You're the one who's supposed to be begging me to dance.
That's true. No one's watching here anyway. I'm begging you.
I'd be happy to.
It was rare to hear Julie give me a sincere answer. After that,
1, 2, 1, 2. Now turn.
like this?
Yep. Very good.
I'm sorry.
For what?
That I'm a brother who can't even lead a dance properly.
It's not like I'm going to be disappointed in you over something like that or anything.
We continued to awkwardly dance where no one was watching. The party ended successfully and we held hands to head back home.
Your hands are warm, Nissan.
Your hands are warm too, Julie.
Hey, Nissan. Were you sad that I was being cold to you?
Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
I was so sad.
I see.
After Julie nodded, she quickly let go of my hand and pulled out a familiar board. Yes, the board that had the words, "I was mean to my Nissan. I'm sorry," written in it. She hangs the board from her neck. Aren't you embarrassed?
It's so dark, so it's probably hard to read this. That's why it's not embarrassing.
I see, me too then.
What?
I then pulled out a board from my bag too. On it was written, "I made my little sister angry, I'm sorry."
Where'd you get that?
I made it,
Why?
because I wanted you to forgive me.
You made it? Gosh, you have such a sister complex, Nissan.
Sorry about that.
Okay, if you hang that from your neck and walk home with me, I'll forgive you.
Got it.
You're not embarrassed?
A little bit, but it's nothing if it means that you're gonna forgive me.
We're matching. Hey, Nissan, will you forgive me too?
Of course.
Thank you.
Whoa, Julie actually said what she was thinking.
I feel like I make it obvious though.
Oh, Julie, it's snowing.
You're right, it's a white Christmas.
Snow slowly started falling down from the sky. Our breaths were cold in the dark air, but I wasn't cold. All because I was holding hands with my Alabama little sister.
Now!
Anna, sorry. Did I make you wait?
No, you're fine. I'm the one that showed up early anyway.
Next time, I'll come much earlier.
If you do that, that just means that I'll come even earlier, you know?
Then next time, should we make our meetup time an hour earlier?
Are you sure?
Of course.
That makes me happy. Because that way it means I get to be with you for 1 hour longer.
Hey, Anna,
What?
can I squeeze you?
What? That's embarrassing.
Please?
Fine, if you insist. All right, come here.
Thank you.
Now, you love to be spoiled, don't you?
Because you're so cute, Anna.
And you're so quick to be like that.
But it's only the truth.
Everyone is staring.
Why should I care?
Well then, as much as I'd like to stay like this forever, I also want to go on a date, so that's it.
You're right.
Thank you for asking me out on a date today.
Thank you for coming on the date today. Shall we go?
Yeah.
My first ever girlfriend in my life, Anna Ukita. She goes to a wealthy all-girls school in the neighborhood, and I met her at the closing party for our school's culture festival. One of my friends just happened to have a girlfriend who goes to the same high school as Anna, and he turned a sad all-boys school party into a place for us to meet girls. To be honest, it was love at first sight. I was so nervous I was shaking when I asked her for her phone number, and after a few messages, I asked her out, and then the two of us became a couple. I couldn't wait for the fun days that were probably ahead of us. Both Anna and I believed that. Are you sure you're okay with our date being at the used bookshop?
Did you not want to go now?
That's not what I'm saying. I love books too.
Me too. You know, when I go to someone's house, the first thing I look at is there a bookshelf. I feel like you can tell what kind of a person they are by the books that are on their shelf.
I didn't know that you were looking at that. I'm embarrassed now.
Your bookshelf is really great now.
Was it?
You had similar tastes as me too.
That makes me happy.
Hey, this book. Have you ever read it?
I haven't.
Oh, really? It's super interesting. I loved it. But there weren't that many copies published to begin with, so I've never seen it, especially not in a secondhand bookshop.
Oh, really? Do you want me to gift it to you?
No, it's okay. Excuse me, can I please get this?
If you want it, Then I should buy it. I just got paid for my part-time job, too.
But this is something that I should have bought. So anyway, here you go.
What?
This is my present to you as a memory of today's date. Will you place it on your bookshelf? And then we can be matching.
Thank you.
You're making me blush.
Me too. But it makes me really happy.
Really? In that case, I'm glad.
Whoa, it's already getting late.
I guess our date is over.
I guess so.
Oh, I have to wait a whole nother week until I can see you again. It sucks we go to different schools.
I'll call you and message you.
Yeah, I'll be waiting. Can't wait.
See you next week.
Hey now, about next week.
I know.
Really?
Of course.
Well then, I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Yes. You can leave it to me.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. And so, my date with Anna was over. It was so fun. And next week, I'm going to make it an even more fun date. Because next week is Anna's birthday after all. And I get to be with the girl that I like on her special day. I get to have her all to myself. I don't think there's anything more spectacular than that. So speaking of birthdays, I need to get a present. Anna comes from a wealthy family, but apparently she doesn't like to waste money. Of course, not because she's being cheap. She uses money when it's necessary, but I guess she's tight when she needs to be. She was quite the thrift person. That's why she wouldn't be happy about anything unnecessarily expensive. And I need to gift her something that I think would suit her. I wonder which one is better.
Out of what?
What?
Now, what are you doing?
I was shocked, because I didn't think that I would get to see her in a place like this. What are you doing in a place like this?
What do you mean? This shop? I come here often, too. And what about you now? What are you doing?
It's a secret.
Hey, which one looks better?
What do you mean?
This one or this one? Come on, which? You're really thinking hard about this.
Well, yeah, of course.
But also, you're thinking too hard. Oh, look, they're doing something interesting over there. Let's go check it out.
Huh?
Come on, let's go.
What about the hair pieces?
I don't care about them anymore.
What?
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Now, can you do stuff like that?
As if. That's why I really respect them, because I can tell that they've worked really hard to get that good at it.
I see.
It was at that moment,
Now, what are you doing with Aya?
a young girl appeared who had a very similar face to the girl standing next to me. Her body was shaking, and she looked devastated as she looked at us.
Oh man, you caught us. Anna, I thought you were busy today with other plans. Aya? Yeah, I'm sorry now. I'm actually not your girlfriend. I'm Ina Okita's older twin sister, Aya Okita. Nice to meet you. Get away from now! Now! Should I? And you now? Why are you just letting Aya do whatever she wants with you?
I'm sorry?
Don't just say sorry, shake her off of you. As if I would let him.
What?
Aya, cut it out already. But now, don't you prefer me over Anna anyway? There's no way that's true. Also, stop calling him now. Why not? He doesn't seem to be against it, right?
I wouldn't say that I'm against it, but...
No, I'm against it and you can't. What is this? As long as our faces are the same, you don't care who it is? You don't care if it's not me?
That's not what I...
You need to say it clearly.
No, I like you, Anna!
Oh, so that means you don't like me?
It's not that I don't like you, but I just met you for the first time today.
That's what I thought. So let's get to know each other more.
Sure, I would love to.
Now, that's enough already. Anna, you don't need to get so jealous. Keep your mouth shut, Aya.
Anna, calm down! Please don't fight with your sister!
Whose fault do you think this is? It's because you won't be clear about us now. Even now, you're stuck arm in arm with Aya.
It was a war zone! The fun atmosphere from just the other day was shattered, and it felt like the next date might not even happen at this rate.
Whatever, I'm leaving now.
But, Anna!
Don't come after me. I don't want to look at your face right now. Oh dear, looks like you just got into a fight now.
What was your goal by doing this?
My goal? What are you talking about?
Are you really going to play dumb?
Do you really not know? But I give you my regards, and I can get very jealous, so when she gets like that, it might be a little harsh. I can't believe this. I'm not saying he has to be able to tell us apart. I shouldn't say this to myself, but we are identical after all. More than anything, it was his first time meeting his girlfriend's twin sister, so I can understand why he was confused. But even then, when I was there, I wanted him to shake off Aya's hand from him. You're so stupid now. Anna, dinner is ready. I don't want it. But you need to eat. Are you really going to say that to me, Aya? Oh, come on. That was just a little prank. And plus, now it doesn't seem to be all that bad. Stop calling him now! But he never said that I couldn't. After that, Anna fell silent. And I laughed. Silently. This is exactly as planned. From the moment I heard that my sister had a boyfriend, I was waiting for this opportunity. But even still, I can't believe things were going so smooth this easily. My twin sister who gets so jealous. Even if she knows in her mind there's nothing she can do about it, I'm sure she can't accept it in her heart. You should just break up with him already. When I was sitting in bed, my cell phone vibrated. On the screen was the name of the boy that I loved. Up until yesterday, my heart was fluttering so much, but today, I don't want to see it. And yet I still reached out my hand. What's wrong with me? Yes?
Anna?
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry about today.
Do you really feel sorry, though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I understand. I don't really understand, but I want to understand. Because I want to make up with you now.
Well, this is about next weekend.
Yeah?
I wanted to ask you formally, but will you please go on a date with me? Or is that a no?
Do you promise you won't do anything like today?
Of course.
And you won't make me sad anymore?
I promise.
Well then, fine.
Thank you.
Annoying. I couldn't believe it. That Inna would forgive him? I guess my sister likes him a lot more. Way more than I thought. Well, all I have to do is just get in the way one more time anyway. I laughed to myself, but nobody could hear me.
Well then, good night. As I said that, I hung up. I was somehow able to find a way to make up with her. All that's left is the gift. I really have to buy something this time that she'll like. And then, the day of the date.
Now, hello.
Anna, thanks for coming today.
No problem.
5 minutes before promised time, we arrived at almost the exact same time to our meetup spot. And that was without the 1 hour earlier thing that we talked about before. Well then, shall we go?
Yeah. Where are we going today?
I was thinking we could go see a movie today.
Sure.
It was really awkward, and that made me a little bit sad. I chose a romantic film because we were going on a date. A polar opposite guy and girl meet, and they get along, and then they fight, and then they make up once again. It was easy to follow, and to put it in a harsh way, it was a very generic storyline. But even still, at the climax of the film, the main character uses a line from my favorite book to confess his love to the heroine, and it tugged at my heart. When I looked to my side, Anna was also crying, and that side of her face was so beautiful. And I knew that I really do love this girl. After we finished watching the movie, Anna was in a much better mood.
Hey, that movie was so good, wasn't it?
I'm glad you thought so.
Why did you choose this movie for today?
It's based off of a book that I really like.
There's an original book?
Yeah, it's really good.
I think I want to read it sometime.
Do you want to borrow it?
You have that book on your bookshelf in your room, right?
Of course.
Well then, no thanks.
Why?
I told you before, right? I want to be matching.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go use the restroom quickly.
Sure. I'm gonna go buy a poster for the movie.
I want one too.
Of course. I'll get two. So that we can be matching, right?
Yeah.
And so, I bought 2 posters. And as I was waiting for Anna...
Sorry to keep you waiting.
What?
I'm sorry, the bathroom was so crowded. Anyway, we should continue with our date.
No, I'm not going.
But why?
What do you mean, why? I don't understand what you're trying to do.
What?
If anything, I want to ask you, why should I have to go on a date with you, Anna's sister?
What are you saying? I am Anna.
What kind of show is this? You're Aya, aren't you?
I said I'm Anna.
Why are you telling such a lie?
I'm not lying.
You are lying.
Like I said.
You're lying, aren't you?
Yes. Sorry now, the bathroom was really crowded.
Welcome back, Anna.
I'm back. Wait, Aya? What are you doing here?
I was wondering the same thing.
It was so easy to fool you the last time. Why wasn't it possible this time?
What do you mean last time? Have I been fooled before?
Did you forget, or are you trying to cover it up? Last week when I pretended to be Enna and I approached you, you mistook me for Enna and you were on a date with me.
No, I've never once mistaken the two of you. You do look alike, but I've never mistaken the two of you.
That's a lie.
I'm telling you, it's the truth. That's why, not once, have I ever called you Enna.
Ugh, well then, why did you go along with me last time?
When someone who seems like your girlfriend's sister suddenly appears, you can't just ignore them. And then I didn't want Enna to be mad at me either. And plus, well, someday, you might become my family too.
Now, do you mean...
But then if I make Enna doubt me because of that, then it defeats the purpose. I've learned from my mistakes. From now on, Enna is my priority.
Now?
I'm really sorry, Enna, for making you worry.
No, I'm also sorry. I get really jealous, and I became an annoying girlfriend.
I was happy that you came jealous, so don't worry. Oh yeah, when we made up, I was thinking about giving you your present. Enna, happy birthday.
Isn't this from the movie earlier?
Yeah, when the main character confesses his love to the heroine, he uses a line from that novel. Because I feel the same way that he does. About you.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
I'm really glad you like it.
Wait! Why is this happening? You're supposed to be fighting. You're supposed to break up. But wait, what were you trying to do, Aya? And why would you say something like that? What do you mean, why? Because... Do you hate Now that much? Did he do something to you? If you're going to be that awful to Now, I will never forgive you for it.
Enna, stop. I know that your sister doesn't like me, but you can leave it at that.
Is that really true? Now, what did you do?
I'm dating you, Enna.
What?
And my guess is that your sister doesn't like that, am I right?
I'm sorry, I don't understand at all.
To put it simply, your sister loves you so much, Enna, and that's why she wants you all to herself. And when I appeared and took you from her, she didn't like it. Is that right?
Aya, is that true? Because lately, every time you open your mouth, all you ever talk about is now, and that's all you say. And every year we would celebrate our birthday together, but then this year you put your date with him over me. I told you I would be home at night. No, I don't want that. I want you all to myself, Enna, so break up.
To put it simply, I was right. And that was the situation. Aya was obsessed with her sister, and because she wanted to pull Enna away from me, she pretended to be her sister and approached me.
Ugh. How did you know now?
It was pretty easy to tell by looking at you, because we're matching.
What do you mean matching?
I love Enna, just as much as you love her.
Aya, apologize to Now. No, I didn't do anything wrong. Aya? I didn't do anything wrong, but for your sake, I can say that I lost today. But I am never going to give you my Enna.
Even if you are Enna's twin sister, that's one thing I can't accept.
Bye.
Oh, and Aya,
What do you want?
happy birthday.
Thank you very much. She's gone.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry that my sister is like that.
you don't need to be considerate and say it like that. She's your twin sister that you love, right?
You always know what to say now. How do you know me so well?
Because I'm your boyfriend after all.
I see.
All that being said, I guess your sister is my rival.
Do you think you're going to lose?
As if. I'm confident that I can become your number one, Enna,
Because you're my boyfriend?
because I'm your boyfriend.
Well then, I hope you'll make this a fun date that I'll never forget.
Of course. After the slight delay, we got back into our date. Being able to be next to her made me happier than anything. And no matter who the other person might be, I don't want to give my seat away.